Leos, welcome to Vivid Vibration. My name is Christina. I hope that y'all are doing well. Leos, we have the Riddle and the Orphan, the Forest and the Starborn, and Eros. I guess I want to start with the Orphan and the Riddle because this just is an idea of like abandonment and, trying to figure out, I just feel like this idea of like trying to figure out how to overcome, an abandonment wound. How do you do it? Well, I'll let you know when I figure it out. But, my best answer to that, I suppose, is that we learn along the way to rely on ourselves, to show up for ourselves, and the more we show up for ourselves, the less willing we are to accept people who don't show up for us. And I think that that's been a journey that we've been on, of like, okay, well, like I need to rely on myself and I need to be able to take care of myself. And I need to know that I'm going to be okay no matter what. And while it is very, very important to be able to embody that energy, and it is very important that we are able to rely on ourselves and that we don't, set ourselves up to over ask for anything, because I feel like that's what it is. It's like there's just this idea of like I'm always over asking, and getting to a place where you just like you stop asking altogether, and if it's a relationship, for some of my Leos who are married and you just feel like, like I feel like I have asked this person umpteen million times to, just like show up, hear me out, but I just feel like this idea of, their friends are more important. They want to just go, they want to go out to the bar, they want to go play, they want to be able to be free, they don't want to feel locked down, and it's like I'm a ball and chain. You know what I mean? Like I just kind of feel that energy, and just kind of trying to figure out like why is that. And I feel like part of it is that you just like you handed over too much control, right? Like we've handed over our control to people who don't have the strength, the endurance, the power, the consistency that we have, right? And it's like when you take back your power, then you don't willingly surround yourself with people who are going to try and undermine your power, and two, you don't surround yourself with people who are going to try and take it. And when you're not surrounding yourself with those types of people, I think you find that you are no longer dealing in a fear of abandonment, because that's a them thing, not a you thing. So you got to switch your thems so that you can really rise up in who it is that you're meant to be. And again, I feel like it's just in a new community, a new environment, the forest is like a path not yet trailed. And there are friends and enemies alike. And I feel like you've gone through a lot of lessons of really having to understand, like, how do I know who I can trust, and what is it that enables me to have that understanding. And part of it was that you needed to stop asking people to do things for you that you weren't doing for yourself, and start doing it for yourself. And once you start doing it for yourself, you're able to move forward. And I think that, for a lot of my Leos, there's just this, it's like when it rains, it pours, both the bad and the good, and it's like raining down good is what this feels like. And I love that. Okay, Leos. The Nine of Pentacles, the Hermit, Seven of Swords. Well, again, just kind of this idea of really having to, pull away and face this wound of abandonment, of lack, of not being enough. I think for Leos especially, because we are like, shadow side egotistical, right? Not shadow side confident, but when we exist in that shadow state, it usually is coming from a place of insecurity, right? A place of like not feeling like we're enough. And if we feel like we're not enough, then we feel like people are going to abandon us. You know what I mean? And I feel like when you're operating from that place, it creates a lot of sadness and it creates a lot of lack. It's like, what's that, Taylor Tomlinson? Can I say I have self-fulfilling prophecy? You know what I mean? But like, that's kind of that energy. You know, and wanting to really, you know, like pull yourself up out of it, but you needed to pull away. You know what I mean? You needed to understand what it was that you were asking other people to do for you that you weren't doing for yourself. And sometimes you can't do that until you just like block it all out. You know what I mean? So you can figure out what it is that needs to come to an end so that you can move past it. Because I really do, Leos, I just feel like this idea of like stepping forward, but it's almost like you couldn't step forward until you released this weight, until you dealt with this insecurity. Three of Wands and 10 of Cups. Yay, positivity. I mean, the Three of Wands is like a creation card. And this deck in particular, it's very, you know, like the idea of a family, the idea of relationship. You've got the 10 of Cups, emotional fulfillment, the Hierophant, you know, like ever the student, ever the teacher, but you learned that lesson and it's time to move into the next. And that's exciting. Okay. Leos. Whoops. King of Swords and 9 of Cups. Yeah, I mean, truly though, it does feel like this idea of like, it's my job to make the decision that will make me happiest. You know what I mean? And I need to not hand that decision making over to anyone other than myself, because everyone else is going to be making a decision according to their happiness, not mine. And that has put me in a lot of positions where it's just like, I would be so much better off if I had not put my faith and my trust into this person. And I knew that from the beginning, and I didn't trust myself, and I got myself in a lot of bad situations. So I had to start making a lot of really good decisions about what it is that I wanted and why, and stop, you know, like accepting things out of just a fear of abandonment. I think you're coming into your power, Leo. I think that you're feeling comfortable with making these decisions that you previously had not been comfortable making. The Vision, love. And I think that you're ready to really go for what it is that you want, because I think that you know that there's so much more to you, to your dreams, to your goals, than the fear that has been dictating you. You know what I mean? I get it. I say you, I mean us. You know what I mean? But I think it's just this idea of really uncovering what needs to be released, releasing it with a better understanding of who you are. As a result, standing in your power, you know, rising up in up into who it is that you're meant to be, and actively ensuring your own success. And I love that. All right, Leos, I hope this resonates with us. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. Please give me a like, share, and subscribe if it does. And I will see you all again soon. Bye.